I'm always feeling myself when I install a new unit. This one here comes from Luhair, and this is what she looks like from the very jump. So let's go ahead and slay her from start to finish. This is the curl pattern, or a nice quick close-up. She is a 360 lace wig, 180% density, and her name is Natasha. So she did come with a comb smack dab in the center of where you would part your hair if you wanted a center part. So I just took some scissors and carefully cut that little bad buddy out, and it left a seamless, flawless, space like nothing ever happened. Now she is a natural color, 14 inches, 180% density, light brown cap, and average cap size. I went ahead and bleached the knots on the very front. Here's a quick glimpse of all the items I used, and they are linked in the description box. I left it on for about 20 minutes, and then I rinsed it out carefully, and this was the result. This is before I went ahead and left the purple shampoo in. Always leave your purple shampoo in for about 20 minutes to go ahead and help to cancel out that orange and red brassiness. This is a quick glimpse of my hair. You guys say I never show my hair, and I do have hair. It's very thin, but I have hair. I went ahead and put it in a wrap and put the wig cap on, and I added an elastic band to this wig, and this is kind of a close-up what it looked like air dried after bleaching the knots. I like the way they I guess added the lace, or the hair to the lace. It's kind of like going in different ways or directions. The cap itself fits extra snug. Even though I did add the elastic band, it lays super flat and flush on my head. Very perfect. Now I should have went ahead and styled it after bleaching the knots while it was wet, because the worst thing you can do is try to add product to dry hair. You're going to be literally using the whole bottle, which was happening here. I'm using a product called Wet that I absolutely love, linked below, and I'm just trying to add a little bit and kind of use my fingers to figure out the style of the hair. What was great is that even though I washed and conditioned this wig, when air drying it still was in its exact natural texture even after detangling it while washing. But again, because it's completely dry and adding product to dry hair, I am literally like, I added so much product and I realized, yo, you gotta wet it, So I took the spray bottle, I wet it a little bit, and then I switched to mousse. I knew that mousse would be more of a wet substance, and it would help to define the curls quicker since it was dry. And we finally got it done. So basically I used mousse and wet to style this wig. Now we're going to go ahead and cut off the lace. I kind of showed you a close-up of the hairline. I like it. It is pre-plucked, and I like the way it was. So you're going to see I'm only going to just slim out or pluck out the baby hair a little bit, but I'm not going to pluck anything behind the hairline. So because of this, I went ahead and cut off the excess lace right away. And so far so good. I have no complaints about this wig. It's not tangled or shedding. I went ahead and finger combed it. I raked it to add the product, and there wasn't huge crazy clumps of hair coming out. It wasn't tangled or catching or anything like that. It doesn't tangle at the nape or anything out of the ordinary. So I'm going to go ahead and bond it down with my Got To Be Glued spray. But what's new, you let that get tacky and apply that lace right on top, and then you secure it by, just holding it down, pressing it down until you think it's completely dry, and then you can proceed with the rest of your styling. So while we wait, here is a nice back shot of what the hair looks like. I'm just taking a rat tail comb and kind of adding a little bit extra of that spray in places that may have not gotten it or didn't get it. I'm going to do a center part today, so I'm going to go ahead and make my part before I style the baby hair. And as you guys can see, this is what the parting looks like without adding any powder. In the end, I did add powder, but I definitely didn't need it. It's just more so a habit, I would say. But when you add powder, if you don't like the way it looks, you can always, kind of pat it out and it'll come right out. So I sectioned off the area that I would consider baby hair. You guys can see from the start, it definitely was already pre-plucked and I didn't need to do anything. But, of course I added a little bit of my own touch by tweezing out a little bit of that hairline. Now I did go ham, so if you guys feel like this is overplucked and it's not your taste, be sure to not do what I did and leave it how it is, or just, pluck a little less. It's all up to you. Whenever I trim my baby hair, I like to make it about 1/4 inch so that it's not too long, but it's also not too short. And after I plucked, the friction of trying to pluck the hairline against it being secured with the spray did cause it to get white. So I did go back over with the Got To Be Glue spray and kind of just reinforced it so that it wouldn't be white, opposed to adding like a different product. Now I'm just taking a little bit of that same mousse I used to style the hair, and I'm going to use this as an edge control to swoop the baby hair. I love a good mousse that has a good hold to it and a rat tail comb. I find that this is the best way to get the best kind of baby hair. As much as I've always loved like edge controls in a jar, I kind of feel like whenever you want it to look a little bit more natural, you use a mousse, you style it, and then from there, like on a daily basis, it just looks more soft and lightweight and natural, and not so like glued to your head, if that makes any sense. Now you can see by cutting the the baby hair down to a 1/4 inch, this is kind of the result I got as far as swooping the baby hair. If you like your baby hair a little bit different, there's no problem with that. You just trim it the way you like it, and yeah. So I went ahead and added a little bit of powder, more so to the hairline because it did not match my complexion. But naturally, after adding it to the hairline, I did add it to the parting as well. But the parting did not need it at all. Now you guys can see a little bit of the difference of adding the powder to the parting. It did turn it a little bit red. I don't know why that is, but I find often that whenever I add powder to the parting as to the hairline, they end up being two different tones. Maybe it's because of the wig cap. Now to make this just look a little bit more salon ready, I did heat up my hot comb and go ahead and flatten out the hairline as well as the parting area. I did not add any product because I'd already added enough product. This area is pretty much dry. It's not too wet except for like excess, spray or whatever that may have gotten in this area. But I do want this to be more flat and straight than curly. I just find that it looks better when the hairline and the parting looks tamed, opposed to just when it looks wild and curly, and that is just a preference. If you want it to be curly from root to end, then don't do this. Just add your mousse and however you choose to do it. I just think this looks better on me, and it's all about preference. Okay, what do you guys think? Went ahead and did my makeup and gave it an opportunity to dry. Kind of pulled it behind my ears just so I could, do my makeup without getting any makeup in my hair. Let me show you guys the back. Now this one was super easy to slay. I went ahead and bleached the knots, and what I did was I made a mistake. I was tired when I bleached the knots like 2 days ago. I normally would go ahead and put it on a mannequin head and at least like use a dimming brush and whatever styling product I'm going to use to go ahead and apply the product, use a dimming brush to kind of form the curls and then allow it to dry. Normally I would probably use the mousse, or sometimes I would use the wet. I'm out of the wet, so as you guys see, I started with the wet and then I ended up going over to the mousse. Yeah, and so that way when I just put it on, the curls are already formed, and I just have to put a little bit of serum or just leave it as is. But you live and you learn. I had to do double work. But the hairline came out super awesome. As you guys seen, I did tweeze out just the baby hair area, and as you guys can see, it came out great. Now if you feel like this is over plucked, definitely just don't tweeze out the baby hair. When I do these tutorials, I do them based on my personal preference, but it's your opportunity to see one side of it and take that and go home. And whenever you get a wig, whether you purchase this one or another one, use what you learned from me and learn from it to do it your way. So I probably am gonna put this one like half up, half down. I think a little cute little ponytail up top would be super cute. But again, this one came from Luhair. The hair came in this box right here. Of course, I got a little bit of a something, I don't know what that is, but yeah, it came in this box here. It kind of has like a little crocodile, alligator print or whatever on the top. Inside, they did include some goodies. So first of all, your wig comes, in a nice satin bag like this, perfect for storage. You get a wig grip. It looks like it's a chocolate brown. It could be black. I can't tell if it's black or chocolate brown, but you do get a wig grip, a rat tail comb. They give you some elastic, and inside the package there's also some combs. So if you want to go ahead and like customize the wig yourself, you are free to do so. And then of course they also gave some brown wig caps. So that was super awesome. I love when companies give gifts because not every company actually gives out gifts, but this one definitely did. As far as the hair goes and styling and all of that, it took the bleach very well. I used I used 40 volume developer BW bleach, mixed it up into a nice thick consistency. I left it on for about 20 minutes, I would say. I didn't time it, but it was about 20 minutes. Rinsed it out really good. Washed it once in my Shimmer Lights purple shampoo, and then I applied the Shimmer Lights for a second time, and I actually left it on there for about 20 minutes just to go ahead and tone the lace and go ahead and pull out some of that brassiness, the oranginess, the redness that you guys see sometimes in lace. I've definitely learned that that is a key step, because when you use a purple shampoo and you just wash the hair and wash the lace and then rinse it right out, you're not giving the lace time to process the shampoo and actually tone. So leave it on for a little bit longer and you definitely will see a much bigger difference. I was able to comb through it and detangle it with no problem. I used my silicone mix as my deep conditioner to add a little bit of moisture, and yeah, you guys pretty much seen it 2 days later from there. Just air dried and that was it. So I definitely think this is a fun look for the summer. It kind of feels like the ends dried out, so I'm gonna have to definitely put a little bit more product because I did put so much mousse in it. It does have a little light to medium hold to it, but I kind of like that. Not only do I want it to last all day and not get too big and frizzy, but I also want it to last for a few days and be able to just wake up daily and you know, touch it up just a little bit. And putting in product that has a hold in it definitely helps with that. So yeah, no complaints with this one. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick little review. Thank you, Luhair, for reaching out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video with your friends, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.